I hate my life, bro. Oh my God, I'm so fucking cooked. Alright, so there's a girl in my school that's probably gonna lie to the police and say that I raped her. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's start from the beginning. It all started about a year ago, give or take, when I met this stupid bitch named, you know what, let's call her Jessica, alright? At the time, Jessica was like, she's like a friend of mine. We had met through a mutual friend. Let's call the mutual friend James. At the time, I thought, oh, okay, whatever. I didn't really hate her. I didn't really like her. She was like a random human being to me. So one day at lunch, me, James, and her were supposed to sit together, but James was absent. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll sit with her. It's whatever. We got to talking, and it was like a decent conversation. But then all of a sudden, she was like, hey, let me ask your opinion on something. And this is where the problem started. She started talking about how our mutual friend James didn't like her and how he just wanted to avoid her and was trying to distance himself as a friend. And I was like, oh, okay, I don't know why he's doing that. Yap, 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 yap. Oh, why would he do that to you? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Little did I know I would come to find out why he was doing that. So anyway, some time passed, and eventually we added each other on Snapchat, right? In a group chat. We were in a group chat, and I think I needed to send her some pictures and DMs or whatever. So I sent her the pictures and DMs, whatever, right? Then all of a sudden we got to talking. Like literally just casual conversation. And all of a sudden, late at night, I was just bored. Like, oh my God, dude. Thinking back on it, maybe it's my fault, bro. Maybe it's my fault. I don't know why the fuck. I'm such a fucking idiot, bro. Anyway, I texted her, yo, are you awake? By the way, I meant like, oh, are you like actually awake? Are you like down to talk? But apparently, she took that as flirting. I had no clue. All right, I'm a very direct, straight to the point person, right? So I was like, yo, are you awake? I got a question. Da da da. And I was asking her like it was just like random bullshit. I don't even know what the fuck I was asking. I actually forgot. But she thought I was flirting, and then all of a sudden, she twists the conversation into like a sexual fucking, like direction. She was like, "Oh, what's your body count?" And at the time, I was like, "Yo, what?" Well, I thought that shit was off at the time, bro. I was like, "Why is the girl asking me my body count, bro? Like, well, what the hell is she flirting with me?" But in the back of my mind, I was like, "Wait, maybe I'm overthinking it. Like I talk about this shit with my guy friends all the time. Does it really matter? Is she actually taking it in that direction? I'm probably tripping, right?" So I was like, oh yeah, da da da, gave her my body count. And then she was like, yap, 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 glazing me and shit, right? Because, she was flirting. And then I was like, okay, whatever. Went to sleep next morning. Next morning, our friend James texts me. He's like, yo, she likes you. I'm like, what the fuck? What did I do? Why does she like me, bro? I don't even like her. She's chopped as hell and she's way younger than me. It gets worse though. At the time, I was a high school junior and she was a freshman. I didn't even talk to her. I didn't give her any attention, right? I didn't do anything to make this bitch like me, but trust me, it gets a million times worse from here. I said, oh, okay. Why don't you just tell her I don't like her and that's the end of that? Well, he told me he did, and she wouldn't believe him because of the shit I texted her last night. Because I said, yo, are you awake? And I was like, okay, fine, then I'll tell her. And he laughed and he said, you don't know Jessica like I do. If you did that, Jessica would flip out. She only has two emotions: obsession over someone and blinding rage. And I said, so, what's the worst she can do to me, right? This is like some little freshman. Who cares? And then he told me that her favorite thing to do to get back at men that she's mad at is to accuse them of grape. And by grape, I mean grape. Yeah, I mean like the crime that people go to prison for 20 years for. That's when I said, what the fuck, bro? Because what is this situation? Then he said, yeah. And he told me all about how she accused her ex of graping her, actually, after she caught him cheating. And that she even admitted to James that she lied about it. She lied about her ex graping her just to get him arrested. Her ex is on parole now, by the way. So she basically ruined his life. And that's why my friend James started distancing himself from Jessica. He told me the same thing would probably happen to me if I outright rejected her. So then, my life devolved into me fucking avoiding this bitch because she liked me the whole time. Also, I didn't like her, and I was trying to avoid her, right? But because of the fact that, she liked me, she would try and try and try and try and try to get near me, basically get to me, right? She would stalk my classes. She would talk about me. She would tell all her friends about me. And this is bad, bro, because she's fucking chopped, bro. Like, holy shit, I don't like her, bro. She's also a massive bop. Oh my god, dude, she's such a whore, bro. She's talked to like I think half the guys in our school, and that's not even me being fucking like exaggerating, man. But she's also an even bigger attention whore. She always tries to be the center of attention in everything she does. I remember she once tried to make a poster for some school dance, and she wanted to ask me. She wanted to like make a big ass poster for a school dance and ask me out in front of fucking everyone with some big ass poster. And I had to avoid the fuck out of that, bro. But I'll get to that in a second. But pretty much, I avoided her for several months, and it got to the point where I was so sick of it that me and my friend James came up with a plan. The plan was to have me date her and pretty much be like a neglectful boyfriend. Like by horrible neglectful boyfriend, I don't mean like be mean, but like just ignore her texts, avoid hanging out with her. Try to talk to her the least amount possible. Like basically try to make her bored of me, right? That worked for a little bit. But let me tell you something about this girl. She likes being ignored, bro. She likes the chase. So eventually, she got bored again of other guys and came back to me. But this time, she wanted to do some grand gestures. She loves her grand gestures. She wanted to have a big ass poster board and then ask me to a dance like that. Like, mind you, at the time, she's like a fucking. This is like a year after, right? She's like a sophomore. I'm a senior. So imagine she walks into my fucking class. Hey, the hater, go to the dance with me. And there's a sex joke on there, by the way, like a sex innuendo. People are gonna think I'm a pedophile, bro. But anyway, right? She planned to put some stupid sex joke on this poster board in front of everyone and ask me out in front of everyone. The whole school would be talking about it. I would get crazy allegations. I could not let that happen. So I literally had one of my friends, bro. I had to pay one of my friends to date her, bro. Just to keep her off my back. Because I was like, okay, fine. You want me, right? You want me? You want me? Here's Jackson. Here's Jackson. Yeah, let's call him Jackson. Right? Take Jackson. And so I was paying Jackson fucking $70 a month just to date this girl instead of me. The thing about this girl, right? Okay, I think this probably gives out a little more context. Just remember, this girl is way younger than us, all right? About a year had passed, so this is present day, and I'm a high school senior. She's a sophomore. I am not a pedophile. My friend Jackson's not a pedophile. I don't like little kids. He doesn't either. So, bro, we basically don't want her. So he was like, yo, bro, she's way too young. And she's like chopped. She's chopped as shit, bro. I don't want her. I don't want to date her. Please don't make me do this. And I was like, okay, bro, I'll pay you $70 a month to date her, to keep dating her. And after that, he was like, fine. Right? Like, fine, fine. And that was the start of their online relationship. But apparently this bitch, bro, oh my god, dude, she's so bad with relationships. She's like a pathological fucking cheater. So she eventually got bored of him, right? And now she's back onto me, bro. And I'm terrified. Because the thing about this girl is she's not a normal girl, bro. If you like, deny her of something or say, oh, no, 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 I'm not interested, etc., she's not going to do the normal thing the girls might do, right? She's not going to cry, be sad a little bit, tell her friends she hates me. She's not going to be like, text me, oh, I hate you so much, you're a bad guy. She's not going to do any of that. She's a fucking psychopath, bro. She's going to accuse me of rape to the police. She's literally done it to her ex-boyfriend who cheated on her. She accused him of rape. He's on probation right now, right? He's on probation. It's a false claim. She admitted to my mutual friend that she just lied. Okay. So now I have this crazy bitch psychopath who like really, 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 really wants to date me. Mind you, she's a sophomore, high school sophomore, bro, young as fuck, right? 15 or something. I'm a high school senior. I'm 17. I turned 18 in a little bit, bro. Like, I'm pretty much a grown fucking man. So not only can I not be caught dead dating a child, but if I decline it, deny it in any way, she's probably gonna fucking report me, and there's a chance I go to prison, bro. But and maybe I will. Maybe I'll defeat her in the court of law. But dude, it's gonna be a whole situation if I deny her because she's gonna be mad. The thing is, she's gonna be fucking furious because she's been like pretty much waiting a year to date me, pretty much. So if all of a sudden I'm like, actually, yeah, I really don't like you, I don't want to date you, etc. She's gonna be mad. She's gonna try to retaliate against me, like try to fucking take revenge. And if she does, my life is over pretty much. But the thing about this whole situation is that earlier I actually tried to get her off of me. Remember that whole situation I just told you about where I dated her, I say in air quotes, for like a couple months or a couple weeks, right? Let me elaborate further on that. I waited until a 3-day weekend and I texted her and I was like, oh, actually, I do like you, etc., etc., etc. We should be together. And basically, the whole point of this plan was to get into a relationship with her. Because supposedly, allegedly, she said to my friend, my mutual friend James, that she was going to start this new rule where it's like, if she's dated someone before, she's never going to go back to them and redate them. And if it didn't work out the first time, it was done. So the idea was like, yo, this is an opportunity, right? You go in, you start this relationship, I say in air quotes, right? And then you just pretty much like make sure it fucks up. And then she'll just be done with you. That was the idea. So pretty much the first couple of days, I made sure like things would go well. Like the first day, things would go decently, and I started to like text her less and less and less and less. I was just kind of like dry. I would like kind of not respond all that quickly. I went from like waiting 2 hours between each response to waiting 3 hours, and then 4 hours, and then half a day per response, and then a full day, and I would respond one a day, one time a day, and then work up to 2 times a day. Sorry, once every 2 days, once every fucking week, until eventually we stopped texting whatsoever, right? And I was like, okay, okay, hey, this might work, man. I mean, this might work. So she had that rule. So hey, am I good? Did I escape the situation? No, it didn't fucking work, bro. She's like addicted to being treated poorly. Unfortunately, I think she genuinely likes being abused, bro. I think she like likes feeling like shit. And so doing that pretty much only made her want me more. So, dude, my excuse at the time had to act, so like she was really coming on strong to me in DMs, bro, and I had to like pull the oh, I'm just so busy, man. I don't have time for a relationship. I don't think I'm ready for a relationship. Da 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 da. And oh my god, I gaslit the fuck out of that situation, bro. And then she was like, "Oh, I understand." Da, da, da. Yeah, shut the fuck up, bro. Shut the fuck up. She did, mind you. I don't know how she's gonna come out looking in the video. When she says "I understand," she's just the gears in her head are turning on how to manipulate me into eventually coming back to her. By the way, so she'll like pretend to be, "Oh yeah, I get it, I get it." No, she's not understanding. She's pretty much trying to force me into this relationship, regardless of what I actually think about this, right? But anyway, she's fucking disgusting, bro. She's like a bop. She's the bop of the century. Been through like half the guys in our school, bro. Genuinely, if I could say some words to her, it would be don't talk to me. Get away from me, you fucking troll. But as you know, can't say that because she actually doesn't know. She doesn't know that I don't like her because if she did, yeah, that's when the allegations come because she'll be mad and she'll crash out because like that's her only emotion. She can only crash out, bro. So, pretty much she's only really on me because she's already ran through half the fucking school, bro. And then we became friends and it was like, oh my god, a decent looking guy that might be attainable. Oh wait, that sounds like crazy egotistical. This is like L ego, but it's like, dude, I don't know why I'm laughing, bro. This is actually fucking sad as shit. This is a depressing situation, bro. I feel like I'm fucking cornered. I feel like I'm trapped, bro. Because, dude, if I date this girl, I go down as a pedophile, and everyone in my school is like, oh yeah, the hater. Yeah, he's a pedophile. All right, he's dating a fucking sophomore, man. Yeah, he's a weirdo. The same guy, we all used to like and laugh at. Well, not laugh at, but like laugh with, right? And oh yeah, I really fuck with the hater, dude. If people think that I do this shit, dude, it's over. Like a lot of my friends are gonna like kind of not be my friends anymore, which is pretty valid, right? Like they would think I'm a bad guy. Anyway, so it's not even just that, right? She's also like a fucking bot, bro. And it's not like I know this because I remember she was texting one of the mutual friends. She was like, "Oh, da da da, I can't wait to get them all alone to me on the day on the night of the dance." because we're gonna be in that limo getting a ride back or whatever. And she was like, yeah, I don't even know I can say it on YouTube, but she was gonna do some things to me in that car. She even said whether he likes it or not. That's ridiculous, bro. So had I, not formed my little plan and gotten out of going to the dance with her, dude, I think that would have been a terrible night. I think it would have like ended with me trying to push her off of me because she would like really be trying to come onto me or whatever, and she crashes out, and then she just starts her little plan. So I'm pretty happy I didn't end up going to the dance with her. Very glad I was able to avoid it. But yeah, she was gonna try some shit like that. I can't even say it on YouTube. It's so disgusting. I don't even want to say it. I don't even want those words to come out of my mouth. But anyway, right? I'd rather shoot myself than do anything with her. I would literally rather take a shotgun to my temple than do anything with this bitch, bro. So there's that. And I can't say like, oh, da da da. Respectfully, I don't know, man. You're just too young for me. I don't really want to be in a relationship with you because she crashes out off of that also. Her only emotion, her only two emotions are either intense attraction to someone or incredible rage, right? So I say, oh, da, 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 I'm sorry I can't be with you. She accuses me of rape. And she's an idiot, bro. She's an idiot. So I don't know if it would work. Like, I don't know if she can lie in court that well. But I don't know. Given that she's a girl, all the believe all woman bullshit. So, oh, let's believe your story, even though it makes no fucking sense. I might win. I don't know. I hope it doesn't come to that. But that's not the point here. The point is, I don't want to have to go to court for my freedom, off of a crime I didn't fucking commit. If she wins, I go to prison for a crime I literally didn't commit. That's ridiculous. That's fucking ridiculous, bro. Alright, anyway, thank you for watching the video and listening to me complain. Subscribe to the channel. Join my Reddit server. Link in the description. Peace out, guys.
Subscribe if you're a hater.